So I started playing out in roller hockey when I was 5. Played that for 2 years and then went to ice as a skater. And my dad played goalie, and I loved watching the Rangers play. And I believe at the time it was the start of the Henrik era.
What a save.
Oh, man.
What a save. He had a wide open net.
And I kept telling my dad I wanted to be a goalie, and he kept telling me, no, you got to learn how to skate, all that stuff. And after a few months of doing private lessons and learning how to skate, I kind of accomplished everything and ended up being rewarded with some goalie gear. And a few months later, tried out on a travel hockey team, made it, and the rest is history.
Northeastern, Brandon Bussi, that's the goalie right there you see in your screen, 6'5". One-timers! Colangelo, saved by Bussi. Shot, tip, save, rebound, save. It's action in the first period, different story in the second. 6 feet, 5 inches, using it all.
Another shot there from Frank, and Bussi stops that one. 8:49 to go first period.
Where's the stop at Duncan?
So you might want to leave for Merrimack maybe at like 7.
Closer to 7.
Yeah, 7.
I think yeah, 7:15 for sure. It just was really the traffic getting through like South Boston.
Yeah.
I didn't hit too much on the way up. There was a song in the house. I literally thought I was gonna get caught. Like crazy what people were doing. Let's go get up there.
Just give me a second. I gotta make this look neat back here.
You're good.
It's not neat out here.
Push him back for the actual shots. Get him in the corner.
Come on. And cute. You just got that. Skating. Do you want to do skate crease? Yeah. Do you want to use the same crease you're going to use, or do you want to use a different crease?
Let's use the same one. I think we'll do it. Again, I think it all will be fine.
Yeah.
Nothing really hurts. A little sore in my feet, but one of my feet is like a little sore, no pain.
Okay.
I don't want to overdo it, but we're like, we're going out.
We have until 10:30, right, so we'll just take it nice and slow, light by ear, right? So, 3 points to the crease, 45, top 45, right? That's at your top, right? And then obviously you have your deeper crease, which would be your PK crease or just your smarter depth, right? So it'd be 1, 2, and 3, right? So what I want you to do here is you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Get a little bit of glide, 1, 1. Take your gap. Makes sense, right? So you're just going to go right around her. Again, every time you move its eye, so 1, 2, 1, 2. And then glide a little back a little bit. 1, set, 1, set. And then take your gap. Sound good? All right, so you just go right around and then right back. You shoot 2 times.
So just pause at my points, right?
Yep, you got it.
You kind of want like quarter stance?
Yeah. Again, just hit your spots in your crease. See what I mean? It's all good. Yeah, see?
Way too far.
Gonna do the same thing
I'm a
again?
big boy.
Same thing again?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I mean by that is I want you to get your spot to stop, right? Just so we don't lose our crease.
I think there was a real rising in popularity of hockey there with some older guys like Gilroy, Komisarek, some guys that had some time on Long Island making it to the NHL, which made it like popular and made it easier to dream about it. But obviously at a young age, you don't know if you'll ever make it. But I was fortunate enough to play with some players like Adam Fox, Jeremy Bracco, Charlie McAvoy, all roughly in my age group. So it was good competitive hockey.
Back drifting to our post, right? And once we get to our post, just take a second. I want eyes, and then we move our feet, right? So again, we're going to go high stance. So it's 1, 2. Get to a medium. Track. Set, eyes, push, stop. I want you to land in the stance so you can make a save. Makes sense? So I just don't want you to land. Right? Remember, when we move on our post, it's eyes in. Eyes in.
I'll save you here, Cam.
Oh, appreciate it. You didn't mess up, then that messed up. You want me to move it over? No. So I want you to do something similar, except from here we have very small little movements, but every single little movement we work our way back to the post. Makes sense, right? So from here, right, just something fairly small, we work our way back to the post set, and then from there, eyes, push, and stop. Right? Again, I want you to really focus on looking. You're a big guy, right? So we don't want to look above, we want to look somewhat below. You got that? Right? I think there's a lot of value in this because when we move, my weight is already forward, I'm stopping, I'm already over the box. Now, why are we going too far? I think that if we look at where our blocker foot lands when we get to our post, it's coming back too far, right? So now our path is this way, right? Which is fine, right? But you got to recognize if my foot's that far back, I can't get out to the top.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to decide that, especially with not a big track record of goalies coming out of Long Island and making it. The most recent one would be Keith Kincaid. But I think I kind of made that decision to pursue at least college-wise my senior year of high school. It was kind of make or break for me. I was playing U18 with the Long Island Gulls, and it was to a point where my parents said, if you can produce and get some looks from the North American Hockey League and the USHL, then we can continue to play hockey and then pursue college after that, whatever that was at the time.
Real pro.
Right next to my dad. Come on out.
Nice. Oh. Very small little movements here. And glide, step all the way across. Right? I want you to line them to where I go. I'm going to be moving. Makes sense? So I'm either going to be here, maybe I'll take a step across, maybe I'll take a couple more steps, right? So every single time, right? So I'm here, watch, move, find me, and you get squared. Make sense? Sound good? Clydesdale.
First down the height a little more. There we go. So I'm not gliding out. I also didn't start in the middle one. Which makes me think the net's off.
Oh, that's pretty good.
There's one more here.
Butterfly slides, some reverses. Maybe some barrels.
After my year U18 with the Gulls, I had a really strong season. I ended up being drafted in the USHL, the Bloomington, and the North American Hockey League with the New Jersey Titans. During that summer, I visited a few schools. At the beginning of my first year juniors with the New Jersey Titans, I committed to St. Lawrence. That was probably the height of junior hockey for a little bit for me. I struggled with being away from home a little bit. My play wasn't consistent. I was still trying to figure myself out a little bit, and the next 2 years were kind of a journeyman journey for me with going to different North American teams and then ultimately ending up in the NCDC before going into my age-out year of training where I came to stop at goaltending for the first time for the full summer.
Last one. Good. Take a last. Ready, sit, and block it. You want to do one more warm-up? Sure. Yeah. It's up to you.
I was fortunate enough during the summer with stopping my first one. I worked really hard and I tried out for the Sioux City Musketeers and I made it to their 40-man camp in July, and unfortunately I was cut. I thought I had a very good camp, but the direction the team wanted to go in terms of goaltending was a little bit younger and they weren't looking for an age out, which was all fine. I understood it. So I kind of set my sights towards getting back to the North American Hockey League and having a really strong age out season. I was fortunate enough to get a call from the Muskegon Lumberjacks with a opportunity to go to camp and earn the backup job at the time. I went to camp as an age out of the NCDC, which it was in its first year and it was a very good league, but some would say that's a pretty big jump for an age out goalie who hasn't really put up the statistical numbers to go and be a USHL goalie. It was a strange jump to make, but I kind of found myself mentally, physically. I liked where my game was at, and that was sort of the point where my hockey career started to take off in a positive direction.
Right circle to the net, deflected, loose in front of Bussi. Abrazizi unprotected.
Right in on goal, a save, a rebound, and Bussi robbed him! And now look out, Michelli net front, Brandon Bussi! Handles, fakes, the puck bobbles, poke check, save made! Oh, that thing took a crazy bounce.
I was fortunate enough to have that Division I commitment to St. Lawrence at the time. You don't know if it's always going to work out, right? If you're not producing, and you're not producing at the level they want, that they think you're going to be an adequate option, just like life, right? It might not work out. So that for sure was in the back of my mind and probably led to a lot of my failures and struggling and mentally being a little weak. I think it's kind of a big risk when you put off 3 years of your life potentially to not, go to the place you want to go. And that doesn't mean that at the time for me playing in Division III hockey was a negative. I was really focused on trying to go Division I, being able to play there and get a really good education. That was my goal at the time. So it was kind of hard to keep that, but that's kind of life. You kind of learn through tough times. And I think it really toughened me up for, the run I've been on now.
Drop, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we're gonna do something very similar, right? Except now we're gonna add a little bit of movement here. All right. So all I want you to do, right, is now, right? I want you to work your way into your post with small little shuffles, right? So we're not essentially gonna go over this post, right? So from here, it's just a little shuffle. We're in, we're out, double block. Make sense? Right. Remember, you're a big guy. You don't need to move very much, right? So just maybe one little shuffle, two little shuffles. We should be in.
No, I think a lot of things just happened, and a lot of it was a mindset thing. I knew I put the work in. I knew that I was a good goalie. I knew I could compete and do well at that level. I just kind of needed an opportunity, or I don't want to say a bounce to go my way, but I just needed a little bit of that faith, and my hard work and all that stuff I've been building on over the few years is going to take over for itself. And with an injury to another goalie at the time in Muskegon, gave me the opportunity to play early on. And I was able to have success and found that rhythm and kind of just ran with it all year. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on the number here, but I think I ended up playing like over 50 games that year. From the previous years, I was hitting 25, and I was still playing at a high level. And I kind of just have run with that mentality of just like enjoying the game, not being too stressed. There's highs and lows that are going to come no matter what in the good and bad games, and just enjoying what I do. And being able to play at that level at the time was like a dream of mine. And when people think that maybe more stress would come with it because it is your final year, you have to make a mark to kind of go to the next level. It was sort of the opposite for me. I kind of just enjoyed what I was doing and let my play do the talk.
When we drop, are we going to be able to get over that puck with that feet?
You think I'm too wide?
Maybe just a little. I think that stance right there is going to inhibit you from getting those low pucks.
Okay, one more now.
Yeah.
Sure.
You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about this right here? No, you saw it.
No, I did, yeah. Yeah, but you see our butterfly here?
Yeah, wide.
Again, yeah. Well, it's fine to have wide, we need balance.
Do you think it's more like just bring them close together, or like bringing the back foot in more? Probably more back foot?
Maybe a little bit of both. Again, like if you look at our eyes and our feet here.
You saw it,
Oh, yeah.
We make excuses here, stop it.
That's exactly right. I think your upper half of your body is way better than it was on the glove side. Right, you see your shoulders here? And I think the way you move off this post sets you up good, right? Because now you're balanced, right? You see the difference in your balance here than that other one? Yeah, you see your balance on that glove side? Right, we look way different there than we do on this one.
It's a slight too. But
Yeah, you see it? Yeah.
So the only part I left out about my junior experience was when I was doing really well in the USHL. Over the course of 3 years, you change a lot as a person, physically, mentally, just your personality. And St. Lawrence was an unbelievable school still, but I thought that there was a better fit out there for what I was looking for in the future. Academically, as well as with the potential of maybe playing pro afterwards. You don't think about going to the NHL before you go to college, but it doesn't hurt to maybe set yourself up for maybe a path like that. And I was very fortunate that Western Michigan reached out to me and gave me an opportunity to fight for minutes my freshman year right away. So I thought it was a chance I couldn't pass up, especially with the facilities and the coaching and the way it was run. It was all professional. So that was really appealing to me. And then getting to Western Michigan, it was probably the best 3 years of my life. Like, you make bonds with your teammates and your classmates that you keep forever for the rest of your life. And I think we accomplished a lot over those 3 years. While there were some difficult things that happened regarding COVID and an injury, it was a pretty surreal experience to be there. Whatever you're thinking.
Let's just do maybe like one or two more out here. And then
Perfect.
so good. Q. I want you to take one step to the middle and then just yeah. Okay. And then you get a little bit of shuffle and then you go. Makes sense, right? So just don't get caught pop watch.
So just start with a retreat over, that's it? Perfect, I can do that.
Good. Step, stop, something like this. And after that's like pumping, shot.
Okay, just work one side over to the other side, or one side film, other side film. look back 5 years prior to signing that deal, you don't know if you're ever going to make it, or, you know, have an opportunity to, you know, be with like an organization and a team that's so historic with such a, you know, history and success, and the people that you see nowadays like Bergeron and Marchand, just thinking that maybe one day you could be there was surreal. And it was also an extremely crazy, stressful time in my life. You know, my team at Western, my junior year, we had an historic season. We finished as one of the 1 seeds for the tournament. We got our first ever tournament win, and it came to a crushing, you know, end in the regional finals against Minnesota. And then all of a sudden, those next few days are reflecting on, are you ready to make the next jump? Is there interest? There's a lot of things going on in your head while you're still trying, you know, do school and do well there. So the most exciting and probably stressful time of my life. But
We have a little goalie chat here. What's happening here?
too wide.
We have a long drag with our foot. Right? I think we can be a little more efficient with that.
I'm bringing it back too late.
This is not a saving stance for you. I need you to land in saving stance. Puck's in the slot, right? Because I don't want you to punch and then get wide.
I think I'm stopping and then getting there.
Exactly.
I'm not really widening. I am a little bit.
With more of a saving stance.
Yeah, I thought I was putting up a little.
Right? That's perfectly fine. I just don't want you to get there and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right? And then you start to panic.
It's already wide. And then my conversation when I'm wide is like to drive out. I'm okay with nothing.
No, definitely. Definitely. I just don't want this to feel this and then you start to panic. Right? Things are happening out high, but we're hitting shots in our slot. Right? What's a really good accent that you have? Your eyes are not set up for your hand. Take a shot. Maybe a little. Remember, I need you to get to a spot where you're able to drop and make a save. Out of board.
Looking back now, it was so important that I went out to Providence last year to finish the season with them the final month. Just being able to practice with them, experience what the pro life was like, the travel, all those things. And again, with opportunity, with some sickness and an injury up in the NHL level, gave me an opportunity to get a few more games than maybe they were planning, essentially. And those 5 games kind of gave me the cheat sheet to what pro hockey was like. I immediately saw some of the differences. It's a little quicker. Players are more precise. The traffic in front of you, trying to find a puck might be the biggest difference because you're playing against men now. Not that college wasn't men, you're playing against older people, but now there's some guys that have been around a long time and everyone's stronger and it's just more difficult. So I think being able to get in those 5 games last year was huge for me, setting up a game plan for what I needed to work on over the summer that overall did translate this year.
See, that one like looked good, but I was on my heels big time. Look at how I dropped.
Yeah.
It doesn't look bad, but it just didn't
I
feel
see what
like
you're saying now.
it might work, but
Now let's find out why we're on heels.
I know my eye is on.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
I do, I know. Like we need my head down when it's easier to track, but like being slightly then my eyes are going out.
Now again, like remember when
Hump day skate.
Hump day skate, that's right. That's right. When are you flying out to Western?
Not till July.
Oh, so where are you going?
I got a wedding this weekend on Long
Oh,
Island.
that's right. You taking that ferry back? Cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was gonna go jog before he shot on the wall.
We're gonna move just to center ice. I'm just gonna bump it back, just like that. I want you to try to beat him 5-hole.
One touch?
Yeah.
Follow my feet.
I think a lot of it is continuing the same, but getting better at it. So I think being able to be a better skater a little quicker. I think crease skating is one of my better assets. I think I can move around the crease really well for my size, but being able to do it faster, and not to say more hectic, but being able to do it super quick so that in the games it feels a lot slower. That's a big thing because players, as I said before, are much more precise. So if you're able to get there a quarter of a second, a few milliseconds faster to be set, you have that much more of an opportunity to make that save. So that's probably one of the big things I'm working on.
Eyes are down now.
Even better second save.
Outside, you can stop. You can pop it for like pretty narrow, just like so you get comfortable again. Nothing crossing, but just such a block because I'm big enough.
Yeah, definitely. Well, even so, you can kind of slow out and let it hit your chest.
Backhand jam or like you get it? Right, so how about this?
Okay, but this is my glove side, so how does it different from here? It's like almost like not even gonna have it set. Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah. How about we do, I just do this for fun, just because I like it, I think I'm pretty good at it. Here,
Oh, absolutely.
and then
Yeah.
that.
Again, we're just a far away from shot, not far away shot, but somewhere in that area we're able to control a rebound that we can catch. Right? So it's just not hit our chest and then hopefully have a knockdown. Make
Maybe
sense?
I'll do both, I'll mix it up.
Yeah.
This is also like a life thing. This isn't just a goaltending thing. I think that a lot of things are gonna like happen for yourself personally and as a goalie that are gonna be unbelievable and are gonna feel like the end of the world. It's the nature of the position, it's the nature of life. And I didn't quite grasp that as early as I have now, but just understanding that, if you're able to do something you really love to do, it doesn't feel like work. And there's no reason to harp on it or stress about any negatives about it because there's always another day, there's always another opportunity. And I think if I grasped that mindset a little sooner, maybe I'd be where I am today, maybe I wouldn't, I don't know, but I think I just would enjoyed what I'm doing or been happier longer because once I finally grasped the whole mindset of being more positive and letting things go and not holding grudges, my career really took off, and these last 5 years have been kind of surreal in a way. You never know if you're going to make it, and having the opportunity to have been where I was at the end of the year up in Boston for a little cup of tea and experience to travel, the guys and everything. It's not like I'm satisfied. I can reflect and say I did make it, but it's also now like a new hunger to make it the norm.
Is that all right? Am I like still going?
Absolutely. What do you think about catching those pucks?
Fine, but it's got to be out there.
Down your butterfly, first shot short side right pad. Transition into your post, he's going to try to beat you to your post.
All right.
All right?
Nice shot.
Yeah, pretty good. Option number 2. Alright, would be to have him start somewhere in this area. So we're in overlap here. We have to elevate, get up, and then go back down.
For the second shot?
For the first shot.
That's on me, good job. Woo! It came out so fast that I was like, holy shit.
Good?
Good. Thank you. Whew.
I think the Stop It Goaltending U app is something that I wish I had when I was younger. The opportunity it gives for people like me to tell some stories and to see new things as the users is something that a lot of people wish they had at my age. So thanks for letting me join you guys for a little bit, and you got this.